Well, he just wants to take it one shot at a time. He's not really thinking about the 3 in a row. He's not thinking about Player of the Year, and that's why you win.
First shot.
Game is on.
You heard him say it. The game is on, and that was a big shot for Robert Smith because that's the same lane. He came in light in the 9th frame, and what he did was he just backed down on his speed just a little bit, Phil, enabled him to get solid in the pocket as we take a look at Walter Ray Williams Jr., a weekly fixture on our tour.
Walter with a strike. They met for the title earlier on this year in Forum, New York, and Walter Ray Williams, what can you say, going for win number 30. He's cashed in 18 of 24 events, made the top 24 17 of those tournaments, and here he is again in the top 5.
All you can say is that he is the best player on our tour today, and in my all-time top 3 of modern era players.
That leaves that 10 pin. You probably have to put Earl Anthony up there, and then Mark Roth.
Mark Roth. Right. Those are the players I put up there in that very, very lofty list.
So both players starting off with a strike, and then Walter Ray with a 10 pin.
And it's a lot different, and I'm not saying anything against Dale Eagle, but it's different for Robert Smith to be bowling against Walter Ray Williams Jr. because he is the man out here on tour right now. Here he is with a chance to take an early lead, would be ever so big for the youngster.
Oh yeah, got the trailer and picks out the 10.
What a shot that was. Robert Smith leaves the solid 10, but he got a little messenger help. Let's take a look. Ball solid in the pocket. There's a 6 going around the 10. I think that was a headpin coming back, and wow. You don't see that very often, Phil.
Don't know about that.
Smith looking for his first national title. He has 3 regional titles. Once again, a win today will qualify him for next week's TFC high game. 279 this week for Robert Smith.
Confidence is oozing out of him right now.
Well, I said this game here is worth $15,000 for a 300. Maybe storing up. Maybe wait now.
Here's Robert Smith, and the confidence, as I said, is just brimming right now. Walter Ray to answer back.
Hammers that 9-pin home, and Walter Ray strikes, spares, strike, down by 20.
We'll take a look at a solid shot from Walter Ray. Everything does the job. Ball touches the 9. 10 pins are gone. Now, we mentioned earlier that Walter Ray could be only the second player to win 3 consecutive singles titles. Mark Roth actually did win 3 tournaments in a row, but one of them was a doubles.
And it was with,
well, it was with me, but a while ago.
10 pin for Walter, and
yeah, he left the ringing 10 in the second frame. This time it's the half pocket 10. Walter's got to be wondering what to do to carry the left lane. And really another break for Robert Smith. Did you see Walter 8-3 championship matches?
So Walter A. Williams strikes, spare, but it's Robert Smith with 3 strikes in a row. This is the Brunswick Pro Circuit Bowling Classic. So Walter Ray Williams Jr. down in this match to Robert Smith, who started off this second game with 3 in a row.
Same way he started out the opening match against Dale Eagle. Now up on lane 32, looking for his 4th consecutive strike of the second match. Here it comes. There it is.
There it goes. 4 in a row for our 5th seeded player. No player has won from that 5th spot this year.
Let's take a look. Watch the head pin. It's going to go this way and then that way. Here she comes. That's the friend of this man, Robert Smith. He knows he's made a good shot, and now he knows he struck. Look at the smile on that face.
Heading into the 5th frame, nothing but strikes for Smith.
Got to be careful about your speed on this lane, and he got slow on it. It's the 3, the 6, the 10. Not only was he slow, but you can see him making the motion as if he elbowed the ball. The ball's going to cut right through the heart. Take a look at the 3, 6, 10. It's just going to stand there. Everything else goes. Fortunate not to leave a split, but a spare that is not easy. And Robert Smith, if he has one problem, there it is.
That didn't hook.
Wow.
Okay.
He was surprised. He said the ball didn't hook. We'll take a look. That's a harder surface ball, Phil. It does not have as much friction on the lane, and it just hangs out there and leaves the 3-pin. And here comes Walter trying to take advantage.
And Walter does just that. Player of the year. He's the front runner, 29 titles. He has 30 second place finishes. And there's a look at Player of the Year race.
Well, he has all the stats going his way right now. And Parker Bone, what a great year you've had. But even with a win next week, I really think Walter Ray Williams Jr. is once again going to be PBA Player of the Year.
That would be a 5th time for Player of the Year honors.
Unbelievable, ringing 10 for Walter Ray. And you know, the great ones seem to, they take advantage when they have a break. Walter got the break. He made the great shot, but watch the 6-pin as it goes around.
Well, he started off with a strike, then 10-pin, strike, 10-pin, strike, another 10-pin.
Still only down by 15 pins, courtesy of the open frame by Robert Smith.
Walter Ray converts the 10-pin spare. He averaged 251 the final 6 games of qualifying to move him to the top position. Later would settle for that number 3 spot. And Robert Smith up by 15.
Have to put it behind you, start a new string of strikes.
All right, it's starting to get a little dry on here. No problem.
Robert, speaking of the oil on the lane, starting to dry up a little bit. He'll make a little bit of move to the left, try and catch a little more oil early. You can see the good TV pair average of 237. It goes hard straight, makes the 4-pin.
Smith, first team All-American at San Diego State University in '94. Has all the credentials, just hasn't won a PBA title as of yet. Could this be the night? Up by 15.
He's a young player with a lot of talent, certainly has the game to win. It will happen, it's just a matter of when, and it could be this evening.
Good move. Good move, baby.
Moved out on the lanes a little bit, and he has a strike in the 7th. So Robert Smith up in this second match. We're at North Rock Lanes in Wichita, Kansas, side of the Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling Classic. Now word from the PBA. Walter Ray loves this lane, has had some problems on the other one, 31.
Well, a lot of 3s tonight. 3 consecutive strikes on lane 22, 3 consecutive 10-pins on 31. He's trying for his 3rd consecutive title. We'll wait and see. Now there's a break for Walter.
Got the 4 and the 9.
Take a look at the pinfall. There's the 4-pin and the 9-pin. Little kick of the 4, little nudge of the 9.
All right.
We see that Walter approves. But can he knock down the 10-pin on lane 31? This could tighten the matchup.
Boy, look at that. 848 games old this year. And a double. Finally hit lane 31, and now it's a 5-pin game.
And now the pressure's on the youngster. And how will he react? We take a look at Walter Ray Williams making a classic shot. Watch the 10-pin this time. It's going away in a hurry.
Robert Smith, first real pressure situation of the tournament. 93 U.S. Amateur champ.
And he made the move inside, Phil. He moved left on the lane. Pump more oil, and the power strike just obliterating the 10-pin with the messenger.
When the amateur out there moves left, I mean, it's to catch more oil?
Exactly. The lane has a higher concentration of oil in the center. And generally you try and play outside early, but as the lane dries out, you have to move inside, catch a little more oil in the heads. The heads are the first part of the lane. Robert Smith made the correct move. Let's see if he can do it again on lane 31.
Oh.
Well, Well, you kind of live by the sword, die by the sword. Power players get a lot of power strikes, but also come behind the head pin. The ball's late driving back. The 2-8-10 stands. And for Robert Smith, all he can do is just try and get 9. Chances of making this are very, very slim. He's looking at the scores right now to see what the situation is. I think if I was Robert, I would just take the 9 pins, not lose any more count. Come on back.
Well, the percentage is not with him, and he was unable to convert 190 through 9 for Robert Smith. Walter Ray working on a double. This match is even.
Robert Smith had the opportunity to take a big lead with that strike in the 9th frame. Right now, as you said, all even. Walter Ray, is this the first lead of the match? Is anybody better than Walter Ray Williams? Well, the answer is certainly no. He hasn't won this game yet, but now he controls his destiny as we see Walter Ray Williams throw a beautiful shot on lane 32. High flush in the pocket, and the reaction from Walter. Is this important to him?
Ooh. Coming up in the 10th frame now. Marshall, what does he need?
A strike on the first
Well,
ball.
right now, the best Robert Smith can do is 220. With a strike here, Walter Ray would virtually shut him out.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
The
man.
4th time. That's
4 10-10s on that left-hand lane. Walter's keeping track as well. Spare strike gives Walter 219. Robert Smith would need 3 strikes in the 10th to win by 1 pin, Phil.
The players just don't miss single pin spares out here on tour.
Well, this one doesn't. And he gave us a look. He's going, wait a minute. I had it all the way. Come on.
So possible 219 should Walter Ray get a strike, and it's amazing to me. He's won 23 titles since 1993.
Yeah, he's good. Walter needs every pin he can possibly get here. Every pin very, very critical. That forces Robert Smith to go up and throw 3 strikes against Walter Ray Williams Jr. in order to advance.
So 219 for Walter Ray. Robert with a 220 for 3 strikes. Beat him by a pin. And for Robert Smith, he's had a 2nd place finish. Lost to Walter Ray earlier this year in Coram, New York, 214 to 188. And a 4th place finish at the AC Delco Classic in Lakewood. Needs all 3.
Same mistake he made on lane 31. Ball a little bit.
even at 210.
Little bit inside of his target. A lot of speed. Walter Ray Williams is your champion. You can see Walter. There's the reaction. He's just probably saying, thank you.
So nice effort by the rookie, Robert Smith, but Walter Ray, a 20-pin winner, 219 to 199. And we'll be back with the semi.